Hello you lovely people there, and welcome to another video. Today we are at Level Up Entertainment with Redonkulous Entertainment for their new comic book Arrow Shot. Soon we're going to be talking to some of the people who worked on it, so I hope to see you then. I'm here with
Ephraim Arana III.
Jared Jones.
Kevin the co-founder Martin.
Courtney Jackson.
I don't think my arm can reach that far.
Nigel Fraser.
I do what I want.
Michaela Foreman.
You do what you want.
Tanya, the First Lady Fields.
James Brown.
Hardest working man.
Ryan, the executive producer, Ross.
Is that everybody? Okay.
I only have a two-question minimum, guys.
Two-question
Yeah,
minimum.
because I can't be asking two questions.
Two-question
I only have
minimum.
two, the executive producer. The first
You're
lady.
only gonna answer two?
I'm gonna answer as many as you want me to.
Alright, so first of all, what do you do?
What do? I'm a writer, and I'm the director, and also the co-founder of Redonkulous Entertainment. So I do a little bit of everything, really. We all do a little bit of everything to make this company great.
So, when you write things, how much things do you really have to change?
Everything, all the time. Nothing's ever good enough. Nothing's never good enough. I must have wrote the Black Ninja story alone for 20 years. Arrow Shot took us, what, 15 years? To edit it, then we edited, re-edited to make a perfect story, right? Something like that? Yeah.
So, when you change things, what do you change? Like, I know you change everything, but like, something specific.
When you change things, basically, we go over the written work. Everything has to be changed so that the artist can manufacture it better put it down on paper and better draw it. So it goes through a process, which we go through maybe 2-3 times until it's finished work, and then until the artist is comfortable with drawing it, and that's when they change it. So that's pretty much what we change most of the time. So it's a process.
So are you an artist?
No, I'm a writer, but I do have an artist that's coming out with Arrow Shot right here. Can you please come up here? They want to know, are you an artist?
I am an artist. I am an artist, yes.
So, you helped with Arrow Shot.
Yes, I did all of the artwork.
So, while designing Arrow Shot, how did you decide how he would go?
When I started working on Arrow Shot, I was initially given a prototype drawing from their artist director. And then I started looking at it and trying to figure out how to make him look and feel how he would be in, say, the real world. So I went from there. Looked up military uniforms, archery bows, archery poses, and that's how I designed him.
What was one of the things you changed while designing?
One of the things that I changed while designing was his tactical vest. I made it more detailed, made it more realistic. That was about it. Other than that, prototype-wise, I mean, it was pretty good, and we wanted the eyes to really to be the focal point. I mean, because he's wearing a mask, so that's where most of the expression is coming from, through that and his body movement.
How many comics have you worked on?
I've actually worked on, I have 2 that I've done, and then I have a 3rd one that's coming out next year, called Cosmic Knights. And that'll be out at some point in 2020. It's a 5-issue limited series, but that'll be it next year. Right now, we're just really focusing on Aeroshot and getting that out there and letting everybody know how great Redonkulous Entertainment is.
Okay, so what is your name again, and what did you do?
My name is Ephraim Arana III. I'm the lead illustrator and art director of Redonkulous Entertainment. I got to help with the layouts, the concepts, and final approvals of what everything showed up, which you finally see here as well. And also, I was able to tap Peter Jones here. He and I had worked together a long time ago, and we wanted to work together again. So we finally found a project that we can work on together, and that's how we got the Aeroshot.
So when you have to approve things, how many times do you have to see the same thing to finally approve the final?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of back and forth with that. Sometimes things tend to blur together after you see it over and over until you get it just right. Because you just look at it and you can sometimes see the underneath it all, you see it's got the premise, it's got what you needed. It just maybe got to tweak this, touch up that, and then get it just right. What's the best angle to present the image, the moment that happens? There's a lot of different aspects like that, and it's a lot of back and forth. Sometimes it gets annoying. Sometimes but that's what it is. If anything worth doing is worth doing well, and if it takes a few tries, the final result we're very happy with. So that's how it came along.
So, would you say that this is one of the best designs for a character? Is Aeroshot the best design for a character you've seen?
Well, I had a hand in the design as well. Along with my art department, including Nigel Fraser here. He's one of our concept design artists. And then he came up with the final cut based off of the little sketch ideas that we came up with. We all enjoyed the way it came out all together by the end of it. So it's a really unique design for an archer, I think.
So, what is your name again, and what do you do?
I am Michaela Foreman. I am a co-artist, apprentice.
What is it like being a apprentice?
I'm basically a student. I just feel like I'm a student at school, basically. Only I deal with comics.
But it's better than school.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Trust me.
And I'm assuming that by the title, you help design things.
Yes, I do.
What is something you've designed recently?
Right now, I've been recently designing my own characters, and I'm working on my own comics as well.
Like? Again, and what do you do?
My name is Nigel Fraser. I'm also an artist in the group.
Can you explain your job on what you do?
Well, me personally, I do a lot of the conceptual work. I had a hand in designing Aeroshot and Blood Moon. I did a lot of work on the logo. That's mostly what I've been doing so far, but I am working on a project now. We have a new character coming out soon, the Mysterious Black Ninja. Look out for that. We have him out here on display. So.
Do you work with continuity?
One more time?
Do you work with continuity?
Do I work with continuity, like the story? I have input on the story, yes. It's like when we starting to bring out a new character, we like to all get together and brainstorm together. So we all have a hand in the continuity of the story. So.
And what is it like being a concept designer?
I love it. It's pretty fun. It's like a dream come true. You know, they say if you do something you love, it's like you never work a day in your life. So I'm living the dream.
And I am here with...
You are here with the hardest working man in RA. That would be James Brown. I'm the lead writer. I help out where I'm needed.
So, you've helped with Arrow Shot, correct?
Yes.
And, what was your first thought when you saw Arrow Shot and had to help write?
Well, my first thought when I saw Arrow Shot, when it was redrawn by Jeremiah here, I thought he was a real bad dude. I said, I can't wait to get in and write for this guy.
And what would you say your favorite moments while writing are?
My favorite writing moments is when I'm able to take something that nobody ever known before, and I took it from my head, which is a really messed up place there. But when I take it from my head and I'm able to express and put them in a story and basically create. You know, they say only women are allowed to make children, but these feel like children to me.
And so when you write, do you kind of feel like the character, or do you just kind of write the character out?
Well, my writing style is I like to sit there and I like to, first of all, if it's a concept from somebody else, I like to try to gather as much information about that person that I can. And then I try to get anything, what would be his favorite hair color? What would be his shoe size? Or anything that I can use. And then I just build off of all those facts that he's given me. And the character does come to life, just like a real person. And when I can see him like a real person, it's much easier to write for him.
Okay, well, thank you. And, okay, guys, so I am also here with...
Courtney Jackson.
And what do you do at Redonkulous?
I'm an administrator, so I do everything from helping plan events, getting events set up, making sure we have the items we need purchased, and also contacting people. So yeah, we do everything in the background.
And I'm assuming you helped plan with this event.
Yes, yes I did, but mostly on the setup end. The planning portion of it was the other administrator, Tanya, so yeah.
And I'm gonna guess you have fun while you set up things, right?
Lots of fun. The whole thing is fun. It's always fun to see something that, you and your friends have worked on for hundreds and thousands of years come out and the public can actually see it. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well,
it's the holidays, so,
yeah.
Nice and noisy, bright and flashy.
Well, thank you. Okay, I am also here with...
Tanya Fields, the First Lady.
And what do you do?
I am one of the business marketing administrators for Redonkulous Entertainment. So basically I handle social media, marketing, finances. I kind of have my hand in a little bit of everything as far as getting the books made and keeping everything together.
So you're basically the one responsible to help the people get the books that they want.
Right, exactly. As far as communicating what the prices for the books are, helping to get the books actually made, sent off to the printer, all of that information pretty much is a lot of what I handle.
How do you decide prices?
Well, we look at and see what's in the market currently. We look at the price of other comic books that are like the mainstream comic books that are being sold, as well as what the indies are selling, and we try to kind of make our prices comparable. Sorry.
And And how do you think this event is going?
I think it's going really well. This is our first event that we've ever had. Everyone is on the same page. Everyone's excited. We all are focused on one singular goal. We've all been working hard to get this off the ground. We've been promoting it since the end of September. And everyone has done, in our team, everyone has done a great job of promoting it, as well as even our family and friends have been promoting it. So we expect quite a few more people coming out. And everyone's been showing a lot of love and support, which has really been awesome. People, in the community, people that we went to school with, we grew up around. Everyone's just been really showing a lot of support towards Redonkulous Entertainment, and for that we are truly grateful.
And having people around that you've known for a long time is really good. It's, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Everyone in our group, for the most part, has known each other for over 20 years, for the most part. So a lot of us were childhood friends. We started, doing a lot of this stuff when we were in seventh grade, in junior high school, with our two co-founders, Kevin and LeVar. This started with them initially when they were in the third grade, back in 1991. So a long, long time ago. And like I said, I met them in junior high school, and this was all they ever talked about back then. So this has been a labor of love for almost the last 3 decades altogether.
Oh, yeah. So I have a pack of 5 comics. How much do you think I'm going to enjoy them?
You are going to love them, honestly. The reason I say that is because there's so much variety in them. Okay, so we have Blood Moons 1 and 2. Now, of course, 2 is a continuation of Blood Moon 1, but the style of artwork is different because we like to give variety. With Blood Moon 1, it's done the way it's drawn, and I know you've spoken to the artist, but the way that it's drawn, it's more so old school. It's more analog, so to speak, whereas though Blood Moon 2 is more of a manga anime type of style. So there's lots of different variety between those 2 books alone. Then we have Charge itself, the double-sized issue Charge, which is more so a hero journey. Lots of lights, lots of colors, lots of action. It's a really exciting book from cover to cover. We have Night Owl, which is really a throwback more so to the golden age of comics, as we call it. It's a throwback to your older superheroes. So if you really enjoyed reading different, especially like DC comics growing up, then you'd really be into Night Owl. And then Owlshot, which is our newest book that's out. Owlshot, it was created over a period of 15 years. So it was really a labor of love getting Owlshot made, and we're really happy and excited to have it out. But basically, he is our archer. Every universe has to have an archer. He's our archer guy, and there's a lot of excitement that goes on, lots of action again from cover to cover. So I think you'll really enjoy all of the books for different reasons for each of them.
And I have one last question.
Sure.
So for the viewers at home, how can they get these?
Well, they can go on redonkulousent.com. Again, that is redonkulousent.com. Click on the merchandise tab, and you'll see all of the books listed there. Charge is $7. Blood Moon 1 and 2, as well as Arrowshot and Night Owl are $5.
Well, thank you.
Sure, thank you for having us.
All right, let's begin.
It's exciting.
Powerful. Brilliant.
Badass. Dynamic.
Action.
Fantastic.
Enigmatic.
Redonkulous.
He won.
He definitely won.